Tonight on News 13.
No rallies, but plenty of support on social media for the embattled Hazleton police. I'll have that story.
A park in McAdoo is getting more than just a fresh coat of paint, but to do it, they're asking for the community's help. I'll have that story.
If you had the day off today, you can thank Christopher Columbus. We'll ask folks how much they really know about the great explorer.
This is News 13 Now.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to News 13 Now. I'm Kathy Baczynski. Hazleton police have drawn plenty of fire, even a protest march since the shooting on Alter Street about 10 days ago. But now support for HPD is popping up everywhere online. But as Christina Papa tells us, community members are also looking to raise money for the department so they can better protect the city.
Plenty of HPD advocates are logging on and showing their support for the Hazleton Police Department after last week's rally against police brutality.
Too much attention is being given to the people who detract from the good of the HPD and all the police forces in general. And we just wanted to do something to show that we support them.
He didn't want to talk on camera, but emergency worker and friend of HPD officers, Jake, spoke with News 13 today over the phone. He helped create the Facebook page, We Support the HPD.
Recent events, regardless of anything, we wanted to just show the police department that we have supporters out there for them.
The page has nearly 2,000 members since it was created this weekend. This support comes a week after Jonathan Garay was fatally shot by a Hazleton police officer after police say Garay tried to raise a gun towards officers during a struggle. Garay's family believes he was unjustly shot. They want to see the officer that shot him tried for murder.
Happened where whether this man aimed a gun at the police officer or not, he was a threat to them and to their lives, so they did what they were trained to do.
Jane's brother patrols in Hazleton. She's recently started the Facebook page HPD Justice to show her support for the police force.
Certain comments and things that were being said by both sides, I just wanted to create more of a positive outlook for people to come and voice their support for Hazleton Police Department.
Both pages started out as a place to show their support and appreciation for HPD.
Then, some folks had wristbands made, and other folks had said, well, hey, why don't we do T-shirts? And then it just spiraled from there.
Jake says he's been advised to not hold a rally because it may cause more harm than good to the community and officers. Christina Papa, News 13, Hazleton.
A 73-year-old Pine Grove woman is dead following a fiery crash over the weekend. State police say Barbara Schuster was killed when she pulled into the path of another vehicle while turning onto Route 125 near Tremont Saturday afternoon. Investigators say it appears that the gas tank in Schuster's car burst into flame on impact. Several bypassers smashed windows in the car and were able to get the passengers in Schuster's car out of the vehicle. The passenger, Susan Minderman of Pine Grove, and the driver of the other car, David Frew, also of Pine Grove, suffered injuries and were taken to Hershey Medical Center. No word on their conditions tonight. A bus coming back to Nescapec after a day in Atlantic City burst into flame along the Interstate 80 in Butler Township on Saturday night. The bus, owned by Motor Transportation of Hazleton, was traveling between Route 309 and Interstate 81 exits on 80 when flames erupted. While the driver and all 46 passengers were able to get off the bus safely, responders say the vehicle was fully involved when they rolled up on the scene. 2 passengers were treated for minor breathing problems but didn't have to be hospitalized. Passengers near the back of the bus said they smelled smoke and told the bus driver to pull over. That's when those flames erupted. I-80 had to be shut down for a while as flames from the bus blew across both lanes. A beautification team in Klein Township says it takes a village to make a better community. Members want to spruce up Kelairs and other parts of the township, but as Matthew Petrillo tells us, they need some help.
The equipment here at this Klein Township playground has been around for more than 6 decades, so maintaining the slides, swings, and benches needs a little bit more than just elbow grease.
We need help in the township.
The Klein Township Beautification Committee worked over the summer to repaint most of the park, but committee chairman Gary Perna Jr. says there's still a lot of work to do.
A lot of things get left neglected. The township can't afford to do everything anymore. Budgets are getting tight. So we really want the community to get involved, to come out and to take a piece of the township every year and try to bring new life to it.
Perna says the park isn't just for children.
So everyone in their family, mom, dads, kids, grandparents can come down, and it can be a place where they can go for the afternoon, for the evening, and have fun.
Perna says he's always trying to improve this park. He says he eventually wants to add a basketball and volleyball court on the side over here, and over time he says he wants to add a walking path that encircles the park. But to do all that work costs time and money, and he says to accomplish those goals, he needs the community's support.
Funds are tight for municipalities today, and if the community doesn't get involved and doesn't come out to do something, then it's going to be left to go to heck.
After the park is completed, Perna says his committee's next project is a sign campaign.
We'll be placing up new signs at the entrance of every community in the township to kind of welcome everybody to make it a brighter place.
To pay for all this, his committee is holding a fundraiser. They're selling hoagies on Election Day, and all proceeds go towards township beautification. Matthew Petrillo, News 13, Klein Township.
Well, he discovered America, and every year in October we celebrate his day. But do people really know who Christopher Columbus is? News 13 set out to find out what local people really know or don't know about the man who found the New World.
The Nina?
Pinta.
Santa Maria.
The Nina, the Pinta, and the Santa Maria.
The Nina.
No.
The Pinta.
No.
The Santa Maria.
I know about Christopher Columbus. That's about it.
The Nina, the Pinta, and the Santa Maria.
Spain or something, wasn't it?
The Queen of Spain.
Queen Isabella.
I can't answer it. I don't know.
Right. So he's Italian, but he sailed for Spain. Is that right?
And Queen Isabella financed the trip from Spain.
Yeah, I learned that in 3rd grade.
The little rhyme in 1492.
Columbus sailed the ocean blue.
Columbus sailed the ocean blue in 1492.
1492, Columbus sailed the ocean blue.
We've got some awesome people in Greater Hazleton. In case you didn't catch them, Columbus' crew traveled on the Nina, Pinta, and the Santa Maria. King Ferdinand and Queen Isabella of Spain financed Columbus' trip in 1492. And still ahead on News 13 now, the beautiful fall weather continues, but we'll tell you when some showers enter the picture coming up in News 13 weather. But first, your days of picking up and dropping off books at the library could be over. One local library system has made the move to e-books. We'll check them out when News 13 continues.
You're watching News 13 now, local and loving it. You're watching News 13 now on SSPTV. Brought to you by Samson Productions and the Hazleton Standard Speaker.
Well, checking out a book from your local library in Luzerne County just got a whole lot easier for readers on the run. As Christina Papa tells us, electronic books are helping readers stay connected with their favorite authors without taking a step to their local library.
A new wave of readers are connecting to their favorite authors electronically.
Well, I think it's the future of books. A lot of people, especially younger people, are looking to tablets and e-readers.
Electronic books are considerably cheaper than hardcovers, but library card holders can now search through over 1,100 volumes and check out books for free with just a click of a button. The Wilkes-Barre Library District, including our local Hazleton area public library, is now offering electronic books or e-books.
We have e-books today, and everybody knows about Nooks and Kindles, and you can read a book on your tablet or your device, your e-reader device.
The e-book is a lot more convenient for readers on the run. Books can be downloaded anywhere, anytime.
I think that the library kind of got outdated. It's harder to get to with the busy lives that people nowadays have.
Crystal Waits was busy studying when News 13 dropped by Hazleton's local library last week. She thinks ebooks will help get people back into reading.
It's good for the people who are technologically advanced.
But what about those who aren't so computer savvy?
Oh, I think it's fantastic if you can catch on to it. I'm sort of like not too good on the computer.
Jane Doherty says she'll be happy to walk new computer users like Jeff Durr through the quick and easy sign-up process.
This is the library's homepage, hazletonlibrary.org. And right on the front page of our website, we have the icon for ebooks. And if you know how to do it, you can click right there on the ebook icon. And if you need directions, you can click right here to find out how to download them to your particular device.
But if you don't own an ebook, iPad, or Kindle, you can still download the books right to your computer. For more info on how to download your electronic book, you can contact the library's reference desk at the number at the bottom of your screen. Christina Papa, News 13, Hazleton.
Time now for News 13 weather.
And in tonight's weather shot, we're local and loving it as we head down the road to hometown. Everybody recognizes that curve on the hill, but the mountains look so pretty with all the colorful leaves. Checking the National Weather Service radar, not a whole lot going on, and making of some beautiful fall weather there until we see some showers that are probably going to move in maybe around Wednesday, but nothing too heavy. Here's News 13 weather from the National Weather Service. First for Greater Hazleton for tonight, mostly cloudy with a low around 50 degrees. And for Tuesday, partly sunny and nice with a high up to 65. Get mostly cloudy at night with a low around 54. Then for Wednesday, mostly cloudy with a chance of showers, high up to 65. Showers pretty likely at night with a low around 50. But then Thursday, back to mostly sunny with a high near 60. Chance of showers likely with a low around 42. And for Friday, mostly sunny with a high about 57 degrees. Heading on over to Schuylkill County for tonight, mostly cloudy with a low around 48. And Tuesday, partly sunny, high up to 68 degrees. Some increasing clouds at night with a low around 51. And Wednesday, cloudy with a chance of showers, a high up to 66. Showers are likely during the overnight with a low around 51 degrees. Then for Thursday, partly sunny, chance of early morning showers, but then a high near 60. Chance of rain, however, at night with a low down to 44. And for Friday, it'll be mostly sunny with a high about 60 degrees. Well, if you know a local coal miner, then you know a local hero. And to pay tribute to those who work under the earth, Minersville has erected a new statue. As Matthew Petrillo tells us, the area welcomes the new addition.
Revealed just last week, this new exhibit features a 3-foot statue of a rugged-looking miner standing next to a coal car going into a slope. It pays tribute to the coal miners from the present and the past, like George Michelow Jr.
Oh, it looks great. It's Minersville heritage, you know. It looks good, the statue, the coal mine, and everything like that. You know, it's really nice.
Minersville is, of course, part of the coal region, or the part of Pennsylvania that holds the largest deposit of coal in the Americas.
Rough, really rough. Yeah, down about 600 feet underground. You know, it's dangerous.
Now this statue, these big chunks of coal and everything else you see here came at no cost to the borough. It was all donated by companies from around the community. The coal and tracks were donated by Linden Mutz Sawmill in Ashland. Joey Brennan of Pottsville donated the coal car, and S&J Coal helped build the statue, which over the past week has drawn people from all over.
Yeah, a lot of people stop here and see it. Yeah, they take pictures. Matter of fact, I just got done taking pictures now a couple minutes ago for my album. Yeah.
The exhibit sits just off of Route 209 in Sunbury Street. It took the Borough Streets Department about 4 days to complete the project, but it's now a daily reminder to miners like Michelow about his days in the coal mines.
Scared. I was really scared. Then I got used to it. Safer down there than it is around here on the streets.
A sign welcoming people to Minersville is still being erected. Borough officials say they'll have that completed within the next couple of weeks. Matthew Petrillo, News 13, Minersville.
One local church celebrated its 50th anniversary yesterday with a very special guest. St. John Bosco Parish celebrated its 50th anniversary Sunday morning. Leading the joyous celebration was Bishop Joseph Bambera of the Catholic Diocese of Scranton. Service included a rededication of the church's altar and the placement of relics of saints within that altar. Afterward, the bishop gave a special blessing to everybody at the service and reminded them, while the building is beautiful, they are the true church.
How pleased I am to be a part of this. Yes, to see this space, but far, far more to see all of you, because you are this parish community. You are the life that we know as the Church of St. John Bosco Parish. And many of you have been since the very start.
And after the celebration, Bishop Bambera took time to meet with parishioners of St. John Bosco, and everybody enjoyed some delicious treats outside in yesterday's summer-like weather. Let's check the winning midday lottery numbers. Good luck if you play. The daily 405, the big 4 9635, Quinto 81851, and the treasure hunt 8 11 15 16 17. Hope you won.
Good evening, everyone, and here's tonight's Talk of the Town report. Cunningham Valley Civic Organization will be holding its annual Halloween Parade Sunday, October 27th at 2 p.m. The event starts for all registered participants behind the Borough Building at 1:30. Registration will be held at Gold Shore Save Tuesday, October 15th and Monday, October 21st from 6 to 7 p.m. More info, please call 570-788-6791. Also tonight, the Suicide Bereavement Group meets the second and fourth Thursday of each month from 6 to 7:30. This is an open group that welcomes any survivors at Sorrento Gardens in Hazleton. More information, please call 570-926-1302. And finally, the Greater Shenandoah Area Chamber of Commerce will once again be sponsoring the Light Up the Park for Girard Park. This year, the Chamber plans to have Santa at the park on December 7th. For more information, please call 570-462-0811. That's tonight's Talk of the Town. News 13 would like to send sincere condolences to the family and friends of these recently departed. Stephen John Kokinda of West Hazleton. Funeral is Tuesday at 7 p.m. from the Harmon Funeral Home. Friends may call Tuesday from 5 to 7 p.m. Michael J. Makos of Mountaintop. Arrangements will be announced by the S.G. Gronkowski Funeral Home. Anna D. Kowalik, formerly of Oneida. Arrangements will be announced by the Frank J. Bonin Funeral Home. And Ronald Kelmer. Memorial will be held at 2 p.m. in the community room of the Hazleton High Rise by Reverend Jane Hess. Tonight's obituaries have been brought to you by the Smilax Floral Shop located on 15th Street in Hazleton. For delivery to all local funeral homes, call 570-454-0111. And also tonight brought to you by Leonard's Fine Dining, 615 East Broad Street in Hazleton. In your time of need, let Leonard's help you plan a funeral, brunch, or luncheon. Call 570-501-9600.
This is News 13 Sports.
Good evening and thanks for joining us here on News 13 Sports. I'm Mike Madry filling in for Fred Barletta. Well, really, where to start today? So many exciting finishes in professional sports, and I guess if you're a Boston fan, most of that excitement came your way between the Red Sox and Patriots. How about a little salt and poppy? Detroit, Boston, ALCS Game 2 last night where the Red Sox looked to pick up some momentum, down 1-0 at home in the series, and they would pick up a much-needed win. David Ortiz delivering the game-tying grand slam in the 8th inning, and it would be Jared Saltalamacchia stepping up with the game-winning hit. The Red Sox pick up the W, and the series tilts back to Detroit. Exciting stuff last night in Fenway. More baseball action taking place tonight as the National League will be in action. The Dodgers look to bounce back at home down 0-2 against the Cardinals. Tonight's probable starters, Adam Wainwright takes the mound for the Cardinals as the Dodgers oppose him with the first ever Korean pitcher to start in the postseason as Ryu takes the hill for the team in blue. Start time 8:05 in LA. From the diamond to the ice, the Wilkes-Barre Penguins were in action over the weekend, and they're pretty happy with these results. They end up sweeping both games this weekend, picking up a 3-1 win at home against Hershey. And then last night on the road, Captain Tom Kostopoulos contributing with 2 goals in a 6-3 Pens win over Syracuse. They start the season off promising with a 2-0 record. The NBA is 15 days away until opening day tip-off where the Magic and Pacers square off. So tonight, some preseason action to cover. The 76ers travel to Brooklyn, 7:30 start there. Gotta believe the Nets are anxious to make a statement with all the new pieces they brought in. The 76ers also made some moves this offseason, but nonetheless all set to start 15 days from now. You gotta love it. Some local action around the area happening tonight, as well as Abington Heights heads to Mountaintop to take on the top seeded and defending state champs in Crestwood in what will be the final week of field hockey. Hazleton is still awaiting to find out if they'll be the 2nd or 3rd seed as they wait with Coughlin. Valley West has already been crowned the top seed. Also, a side note, boys soccer and girls volleyball all canceled for today. We move to the racetrack where the results are in for this week's Mountain Speedway races. Matt Hirschman was victorious in the 150-lap modified. Robs Ormby with the checkered flag in the late model. Matt Mattern getting the W over Paul Morgan Jr. in the factory stock race. Ricky Ross Jr. getting on the score sheet yet again as he takes the reign in the 30-lap modified. Sunday was another day on the track as well, and if you're not into football, Sunday was the day for racing. Results, here we go. Sport modified, Matt Hirschman was victorious in 75 laps. Moving along to street stock, Matt Wentz got past Elliot Woolhoo for the checkered flag. 4 cylinders race, we saw John Banaszewski come out on top. Another man winning was Brandon Bach as he takes the Inex 30 race. And in the TQ midgets, it's Ryan Titteman leading the way and taking the race. We end the day with some football scores as the Steelers and Mike Tomlin get their first victory finally out of the way against the Jets in a 19-6 win. The Patriots, with seconds left down against the Saints, ended a comeback drive with a Tom Brady 17-yard touchdown to Kenbrell Tompkins for the 30-27 win. The Eagles saw Nick Foles go off in the second half, and they pull away from behind for the 31-20 win and leave the Bucs still winless. Dallas over the Redskins 31-16 in some Sunday night football. And then for the concluding game of the week, we see the Colts and Andrew Luck head out west to gear off against the Chargers. Phillip Rivers surprisingly having himself a nice start to the season. He has 13 touchdowns to 5 interceptions in his young campaign as the Chargers find themselves 2-3 heading into this week. Fred Barletta is back behind the camera tomorrow. That's all I have for sports.
Tonight's sports is brought to you by Mountain Speedway. Here's a look at some of the action. October 26th is the Halloween Screamer Edition Enduros, featuring 150 laps for the 4 cylinders and 150 laps for the 6 and 8 cylinders with double points. Pits open at 11, grandstands open at noon, and the racing will begin at 1. Admission is just $10, and children 10 and under get in for free. Visit them online at mountainspeedway.com or call them at 570-384-3215 for all the information at the exciting races down at Mountain Speedway.
Today is Thanksgiving in Canada, while in the USA, Columbus Day is being observed. This is Trivia Treats on October 14th. Hi, everybody. On this very day, October 14, 1973, in Game 2 of the World Series, the Mets scored 4 runs in the top of the 12th inning to defeat the Athletics 10-7 at the Oakland Alameda County Coliseum. The rally was aided by a pair of 2-out errors by Oakland second baseman Mike Andrews. After his second back-to-back error, unpredictable and mercurial A's owner Charlie Finley screamed from his private box, "Mother of God, this guy has got to go." The following day, the vengeful owner tried to place Andrews on the disabled list, but Commissioner Bowie Kuhn ordered that Andrews be reinstated and levied a heavy fine on Finley for making false statements about the player's health. Andrews didn't play in Game 3 of that series, but in Game 4 he did, and received a standing ovation when he came up to bat in New York, of course. Andrews grounded out in what proved to be his last appearance in the major leagues. That happened 40 years ago. This happened 10 years ago tomorrow. An 11th inning home run by third baseman Aaron Boone lifted the Yankees to a 6-5 victory over the Red Sox and the American League pennant at Yankee Stadium in Game 7 of the ALCS. The Sox took a 4-0 lead in the 4th and still led 5-2 heading into the bottom of the 8th. When Pedro Martinez was on the mound, manager Grady Little's decision to leave Martinez in the game was very controversial. With 1 out, Pedro surrendered 4 straight hits, and the Yanks tied the score at 5-5. Boone walloped his dinger off Tim Wakefield's first pitch in the 11th. Grady Little was fired shortly after. Switching to football. On this day in 1963, exactly 50 years ago, second-ranked Texas trounced number 1 Oklahoma 28-7. At the Cotton Bowl in Dallas, Texas. Texas will finish that regular season in 1963 with a 10-0 record and a number 1 ranking in the AP poll. The Longhorns returned to the Cotton Bowl on January 1st, 1964 to face second-ranked Navy led by quarterback Roger Staubach. Texas defeated the Midshipmen 28-6 to claim the national championship. Texas and Oklahoma played again this past Saturday at a neutral site, the old Cotton Bowl. Once again, Oklahoma was a huge favorite. Texas, who had not beaten Oklahoma in a long time, trounced the Sooners 36-20. A huge win for Coach Mack Brown, who's been under fire lately. And his Longhorns finally, on this night in 1973, exactly 35 years ago, HHS and Shikellamy played to a 0-0 tie in Sunbury. Till Friday, be a good sport. Stay loose.
Well, there isn't a better way to get in the Halloween spirit than with the Haunted Lantern Tour of the Eckley Miners Village. The Eckley Haunted Lantern Tour features its mile-long evening stroll led by tour guides, and walkers who follow the haunted path got to experience a good fun time, along with some surprises along the way. But first, the tour kicks off with some scary movies just to put you in the haunted mood. The evening of fun also includes some not-so-scary skits for young kids that includes plenty of singing and laughing right in the auditorium.
We have 11 skits to 12 skits, and they range from funny to spooky.
The Haunted Lanterns Tour will run every Friday and Saturday right through October 26th. For more information, you can visit EckleyMinersVillageMuseum.com. That's News 13 now for your Monday. Don't forget, you can catch this newscast again with rebroadcast throughout tonight. For the entire News 13 team, thank you so much for joining us. I'm Kathy Bazinski. Have a great night.
Watch online anytime at SSPTV.com and follow us on Facebook. This is News 13 Now, local and loving it.